Hey guys, so today we have essentially a continuation of drama that we talked about, was it last year? At some point during the year this happened and we were talking about it, and I was trying to be very kind of neutral because in reality my opinion wasn't the popular opinion at the time. This is a serious topic. Subscribe, hit the bell icon for engagement. Let's just get into it, okay? Last year, Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez were feuding on the internet, and I feel like the general consensus was that Hailey was a mean girl and Selena Gomez was a victim. I didn't agree, but I was just trying to present it as it was happening, and I tried not to give my opinion too much because I felt like that wasn't the popular opinion and I was gonna get hate for it. And anytime I even slightly defended Hailey Bieber, the comments were like, "Oh, you suck, how dare you?" And it was just like, to me it wasn't that deep because it was just celebrity drama. Like, they're both multimillionaire women sitting in their multimillionaire mansions. They don't care. And maybe they do, but they don't care about what I think. So it doesn't really matter, and you shouldn't really care what I think. If I say something like, "Oh, I like Hailey Bieber and not Selena Gomez," that shouldn't really affect your life. You can say, "Oh, well, I disagree because I like blah blah, you can do this," but we shouldn't really be arguing over it. We shouldn't be fighting out in the comment section, you know, because it's just celebrity drama, who cares? But I'm gonna recap the drama quickly, obviously. Hailey Bieber posted a video with some of her friends that seemed shady towards Selena Gomez.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Selena Gomez posted stuff about Bella Hadid, how she laminated her eyebrows.
I accidentally laminated my brows too much. My name, Selena Gomez. See, it doesn't even sound sexy.
Kylie Jenner posted something about eyebrows on her Instagram stories. Turns out it was her showing Hailey Bieber her eyelashes because she was just about to release Kylash, which was a mascara. So she wasn't showing her eyebrows. Her eyebrows were actually just like that, but it was her mascara that she was focusing on, and she was on FaceTime to Hailey Bieber. They posted on Instagram stories because it's Hailey Bieber and Kylie Jenner. It seems like they're shading Selena when they're not, because Kylie was showing her mascara because she just released the Kylash, she was going to release the Kylash, which is the mascara. Mascara is actually very good. It crumbles a little, so if you don't like that, don't get it, but it's very good. And that happened, and then Selena started commenting on some shady TikToks towards Hailey Bieber and in support of them, which was very weird to me personally. Since then, kind of went quiet after that. Hailey just minded her business, Selena just went on to mind her business. It was quiet for a while, okay? In that meantime, now there's a lot of false information out there and a lot of edits, blah blah. People are posting that Selena Gomez keeps on liking shady things towards Justin Bieber, even as far back as a week ago, liking edits of her and her shading Justin Bieber. It's very weird. It's very weird because she's Hailey and Justin have been married for how many years now? It's a little bit, it's been a while. So maybe let's stop doing that and then accusing the other person of being mean and shady. I'm just being honest because this just doesn't look good. It's just not a good look. The man is married and he's been married for a while. You guys dated when you were late teens, early adults. There is no need to keep on bringing this up. There just isn't. Then there's this whole Hailey's a mean girl, and but it's just it's not. And then I've seen people bring this up before where they're why am I shaking? I'm so scared to post this. But people have brought up how Hailey grabbed Justin right after him and Selena broke up for the final time, and that's why there was that overlap that people were kind of upset about. But then people also pointed out that Selena did the same thing with Bella Hadid and The Weeknd, where she dated The Weeknd literally a few months after. And I would say Bella and Selena are about as much friends as Selena and Hailey are. Basically not. So why doesn't she owe loyalty to Bella if she expects the same loyalty, or her fans expect the same loyalty from Hailey? I get that they were in the same kind of friendship group. They were friends with Kendall and stuff at the time, and it seemed like there was more scheming maybe on Hailey's part, but then again, even some of that seems stretched. It depends how you really think about it. I mean, the two camps definitely believe different things for the situations. I believe that Hailey was probably shady back then when she was trying to get Justin Bieber, and I believe that Selena's shady now, even though they should probably both get over it now. And so that's probably, that's that. And recently, Selena Gomez, well, I feel at the time, like I said, Selena was the it girl. Everyone's saying, Hailey's the mean girl, Selena's the victim. But there are a few areas on the internet where people are saying no, Selena's just always the victim. She's always the victim in every situation. Every situation is never her fault. She's always the victim. And people are just kind of getting sick of it. I think some people are getting sick of it. Like I said, some people still like her, whatever. There was silence. Then she starts getting called out for not supporting Palestine because she had supported, I believe, Ukraine and BLM. Or I believe with BLM, she posted a tweet saying that she doesn't have to talk about it. And then she supported Ukraine, and then she didn't support Palestine. So people started calling her out for it and basically saying why do you not keep the same energy energy for different. Now, there's one thing about maybe just putting a blank statement like, oh, I don't need my celebrities to speak out on political issues. I'm kind of in that camp now. I feel like I don't need people that aren't political in nature. Like, I feel like if you do political commentary, I expect you to talk about politics, but if you're just a singer and you don't sing about politics, I don't necessarily need you to talk about political topics. But people have different opinions. Some people want their favorite celebrity to say like, I care about you and I care about your cause and I want to help and I want to donate because I'm going to bring awareness to this thing more than like a politician will or a political commentator will, because I've got more of a following and more of a diverse following. So I'm able to sway opinions more easily than someone who just like specializes in like, so it just depends what you think. I think some people don't want their celebrities to talk about anything political because I feel like it will always divide your audience, you know? You'll never have a super monolith audience who all believe the same thing. But then again, if you have a certain belief, you shouldn't be afraid to express it just because you might distance a certain part of your audience. So then it's like that whole conversation, right? Some people didn't want her to speak out. Some people did. Now, she's the most followed woman on Instagram, so people kind of expected that from her. She didn't. And then she said, she essentially put out a statement saying that she's not going to, I actually spoke about this in my last Selena Gomez video. She said that she wouldn't speak about anything, that she's logging off Instagram, and then she came back like 2 days later, and then she was taking a break again, and then she wasn't. And then Rare Beauty essentially ended up donating money to some causes to do with Palestine, to basically show support for Palestine, which was her way of kind of, I guess, letting the whole situation die out, was just, hey, I've donated some money now, like, let me get back to Instagram. People were not happy because they thought it was kind of pandering at that point. You know, you already said that you don't want to speak about it and you want to take a break off Instagram, and to then like, I'm just gonna like throw money at something and just be like, hey, I've spoken out about this now. People are just essentially upset, and I've seen a lot of TikToks basically saying like, when you and Selena Gomez get into a who's the biggest victim competition, and you know what I mean? People are calling her a pick-me, people are calling her like a forever victim, and that she's managed to make Palestine and Israel an issue about her instead of an issue about what it is, a political issue. So people are basically saying like, how do you make that situation about yourself? It's very talented to do that. So then people obviously, I feel like the opinion has shifted. Selena went from being like the favorite in every situation, being this like unproblematic fave that everyone has, to then suddenly people started pinpointing different things that they don't like about her, which usually happens with social media. I feel like Hailey was hated on for a while, and now I'm seeing nothing but like Hailey praise again. People are kind of being like, oh, maybe we were too hard on her, like mainly with, you know, at the time she was being called out for something that wasn't even really true, allegedly. Like the shade towards Selena wasn't really confirmed. It was just a bunch of like he said, she said, essentially. And it got to the point where Justin Bieber was performing at a festival and the crowd is chanting fuck Hailey Bieber. Like it was so, one, misogynistic, but it was mainly the misogyny was coming from women, which was so disappointing to see, when we could have just had them beef it out themselves if they needed to behind the scenes, and we didn't have to get involved. And I feel like that's just kind of what people are upset about. And now I feel like it's flipped. Hailey's become like the it girl again, people kind of loving her, working with her. Selena then now went extremely quickly, because of the Palestine thing, she went very quickly to not being very liked, because that's, you know, how things go. And now people are going back and retroactively being like, oh, I don't like this, and I also didn't like this, but in the past they didn't complain about those things. There is a level of like, let's not do this back and forth. I like Hailey more than Selena, but they're ultimately just celebrities, and I don't actually care enough, right? Like, I talk about this, it's fun, it's funny, but like, I'm not gonna go on Selena Gomez's post and be like, I hate you so much. Like, I just don't, that's not gonna make me happy. So I'm just kind of saying it as it is. But what my opinion is what my opinion is. You guys are allowed to have whatever opinion you want. You can say that Selena Gomez is the best thing to happen since sliced bread, and I'll say fine, like, we're both adults and we can both think whatever we want to think. I can't believe I have to keep on saying that. In 2024. I was gonna say 2023, 2024. So then, the Golden Globes happen. Oh no, sorry, I lied. Selena Gomez then gets a new boyfriend. What is her boyfriend's name? Benny Blanco? I always forget people's names. I'm so bad at names. Yes. So Benny Blanco, he's in the music scene, and he's actually Justin Bieber's friend, kind of. Like, they've worked together in the past. I don't know the extent of their friendship now, but they were, say, friendly at some point. They even have a few videos together, and there's even an old clip of Benny Blanco shading Selena Gomez and bringing up Justin Bieber and saying that he's doing it right and other people are doing it wrong, and what other people are doing wrong kind of linked to Selena Gomez, which is so weird. It's so strange. Now, she kind of soft launched her boyfriend, Benny Blanco. Everyone's very confused about it because they were like, aren't you taking a break from social media, but now you're soft launching your boyfriend? Because a fan page essentially, or like a news page, posted that Selena's dating him. People are slating her. She then started going off and responding to people in comments and getting like super shady in the comments, because people were saying like, oh, so you're not going to speak out on Palestine, but you're going to speak out on your boyfriend. And she was like, essentially, yes, and you will not force me to do anything else. Which, I mean, to each their own, to each their own. She's a grown woman, she can do whatever she wants. And then she was basically not enjoying all the hate that Benny was getting from her audience, because people thought he wasn't, you know, attractive enough for her or whatever it was. And someone left a comment that sounded very familiar. I'm gonna put up on the screen, actually. Someone left this comment, and this is an exact copy essentially, but just a few words switched out for what she said to Justin Bieber ages ago. So Justin Bieber was dating, I believe it was Sophia Richie, what a crossover, back in the day, and Sophia was getting a bunch of hate because everyone wanted him with Selena Gomez. And Selena said, like, your fans just want the best for you, like, stop. Like, she commented under his post being like, leave my girlfriend alone. And she was like, well, you are choosing to post your girlfriend on the internet, so you have to expect that your fans are going to be upset, blah, blah. I don't know why she got involved at the time. That was so weird. And someone basically posted that comment under her stuff, but just swapped out like, you and your boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. And she didn't realize that that was that. Like, she didn't realize that she had said that to Justin Bieber a few years back, and she responded to it like really angry, but people were saying like, you literally said that to Justin Bieber a few years ago, and now it's said to you and you're upset about it. Do you see how it's a little bit, there's things happening, right? So since then, she's essentially like launched her relationship. She's wearing the jewelry with the B, and that happened. People have now found like they shaded her in the past, that him and Justin Bieber were friends, and people just think it's very weird that she's still trying to like orbit Justin Bieber in a way. And she did recently allegedly like some shady posts to do with Justin Bieber, like an interview where she shaded him and someone like edited it, and she liked that on Instagram. So clearly she's still looking up things about her and Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, which is weird to some people. We're on to Golden Globes. Finally, we're on to like the current drama. Golden Globes happen. Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner go together. She doesn't walk the red carpet with him, but she's with him at the event. They look really loved up. There are a few clips of them, you know, looking loved up. Obviously, the drama dragged Kylie Jenner in. She ended up losing a bunch of followers on Instagram because of the Selena Gomez Hailey drama. She was getting a bunch of, you know, comments about it, and, you know, she had to like speak out about it and say that she wasn't shading Selena, and she was just dragged into it, even though she kind of felt like maybe she wasn't involved. She was just showing Hailey her mascara, and Hailey and Selena have been friends for ages, so obviously that kind of felt a bit separate. So this clip comes out of Selena Gomez running up to Taylor Swift and telling her some tea that Taylor Swift is like shocked by, and there's different angles of her telling some girlfriends about this tea. And allegedly what the tea is that she went up to Timothée Chalamet and asked, can I get a picture with you, like can we have a picture together, as if she's like a fan. No, like can we like have a picture together? And apparently Kylie Jenner said no, and that was the drama. Apparently Kylie Jenner said no. Obviously there's a lot of drama. So for example, Taylor Swift is beefing, well, Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber are kind of in drama because of Scooter Braun. Kylie is in the Kardashians, and Kim was beefing with Taylor Swift obviously because of the Kanye West stuff. But now Selena was versus Hailey Bieber and Kylie Jenner indirectly, so there's definitely a lot of kind of dynamics there. And Timothée Chalamet and Selena Gomez have worked on a project in the past, so that. Now people have pointed out that Selena has done this in the past, where she would like drag men away from their partners at events. People said that was misinformation. There's like this clip of her holding on to someone's boyfriend at an event, so people are saying like maybe this is just something she does for attention. And this was kind of one of the first times, don't get me wrong, Kylie and Timothy have been seen in the past together, but they've definitely tried to keep it under wraps. It's like the first time when they were like kind of more loved up at an event where there were cameras, and you know there's a lot of clips of them being loved up, and I feel like this is the first time we've kind of seen professional pictures of them looking loved up. Like this was kind of like the first event where they've actually tried to like kind of show, like she still didn't walk the red carpet with him. They're not like that far into it. They're kind of more hard launching than soft launching. So maybe both Timothy and Kylie were like, look, like it seems like trying to take the shine away. Like would it be kind of like a shady thing for Selena to know that this is Kylie and Timothy's kind of first like proper night out, and she's then like, oh, let me take a picture of Timothy, knowing that like she kind of had her fans leaving a bunch of hate comments to Kylie in her comment section ages ago. And like, would that be like a shady thing? I don't know, I'm not accusing Selena of anything, but it would be kind of shady, right? So it makes sense if Kylie said no. Do I agree or disagree? I don't care. But kind of would make sense if Kylie is thinking like that, like, thinking, Selena's trying to shade me because of the drama. Because then this picture comes out and then everyone's talking about it. So maybe Kylie did say no, or maybe Timothy said no. Who knows? You know, who knows? Maybe Timothy said like, this will be inappropriate because of the drama. It would just bring too much attention to the drama when I want this to be about me and my project. It's like maybe that's another thing where they're just kind of like, this is gonna restart drama that we don't need restarted, when really we should be focusing on Timothy getting awards or being nominated or whatever it is, right? So maybe there's that element of like, we just don't want the drama. But yeah, there's like a lot of people doing lip readings now trying to figure out what Selena was saying to Taylor Swift and all her girlfriends. But it seems like she said something about a picture and something about Timothy. So, you know. There was also, I saved this explanation by a TikToker on why this is like, for like normal us regular type people, what this would feel like to Kylie Jenner. And I'm gonna play that for you guys because I think it's pretty like spot on.
Kylie Jenner telling Selena Gomez, no, you cannot take a photo with Timothée Chalamet is the funniest shit that I've ever heard. That's God tier levels of humor, and I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna tell you why. Let's say you and your man go out to a party, and for some context, your man is hot. He's a desired man, and you both know that. A lot of girls want him. A lot of girls say he's super cute. So you guys are at a party, you're being all cute. At the party, this girl comes up that did an internship with your man a couple years ago. Now, for some more context, you don't know this girl super well, and she doesn't know you super well, but your friends and her friends don't get along. Neither of you kind of have any like huge beef or tea, but Her friend group and your friend group do not get along, okay? She did an internship with your man a couple years ago. She comes up to you guys and asks your man to take a picture. She asks your man to take a picture with her. You have two options. Option number one, I'll take the picture, and you're seething inside. And when you go home, you're gonna say to your man, why the hell did she want to take a picture with you? What the fuck was that? What was that behavior? You would be pissed. Number two, if you're a fire sign or you're an air sign, you might say, no, sorry, you can't take a picture with my man. Sorry, you can't. That's my man. That's my man. And as the president, CFO, CEO, CMO of the Crazy Bitch Club, the Insane Girlies gang, no, you can't take a picture with my man. No, you can't. You can't take a picture with my man. That's what I would say. And no shade to Selena Gomez. I'm not talking about them in this situation. I'm just saying, you come up to me and say, can I have a pic with your man? No, that's mine. Go find yours.
Now, another thing, Club Chalamet is this woman. She's like a grown woman as well, because she's been at meet and greets before and people were surprised that she wasn't like a teenager. She's like a grown woman who's like a massive Timothée Chalamet fan. And when he started dating Kylie Jenner, she basically shut down her whole Club Chalamet page. She's like, I'm not gonna post anymore because he's with Kylie Jenner and I don't like it, or don't like her, or something like that. I'm just popping in to add a few more updates about this whole situation. So, Timothée Chalamet was stopped by paparazzi to be asked about this whole situation and asked about, like, you know, what the truth is, and he obviously spoke out about that.
Are you and Selena cool?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you are? Does Selena and Kylie have any beef? Is that outrageous?
No.
They don't?
What are the chances?
What are the chances?
Hey, you were just hanging out there.
But they're good, right?
I can call you.
Now, after this has happened, Selena Gomez posted with Benny Blanco on her Instagram story saying, I won. I'm not really sure what that means. Won what? I don't know. And then she also commented under an E! News Instagram post that, you know, was talking about this whole thing, saying, what's Selena Gomez gossiping about Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet at Golden Globes? Here's the truth. And bear in mind, people thought this because it seemed like one of her friends that she was telling the story to said Timothy. And she said picture. And she said no. So people added all those context clues together and that's where this story came from. Now we don't know if Kylie Jenner said no or if Timothy said no, but one of them apparently said no. Selena Gomez has now officially made a statement and she responded, no, I told Taylor about two of my friends who hooked up. Not that that's anyone's business. Despite lip readings coming out that she did say Timothy at some point, unless one of her friends that hooked up is called Timothy. And she also apparently said picture. And her friend was like, no. So that's the whole situation. Now, about the Kylie Jenner plan. Now, after all of this, she just posted on Instagram stories again saying, I'm off social media for a while. I'm focusing on what really matters, which is a typical Selena Gomez standard classic of, you know, something happens and she's off social media. Now, a bit of a funny tidbit about the Jenners. Someone said, I was in class with someone who said they're friends with the person who picks the books that Kendall Jenner pretends to read on Instagram, and that kind of sounds like my ideal job. I mean, Kendall has been seen with a bunch of Kendall Jenner has been seen with a bunch of different books, and this comes after obviously her and Kylie wrote a dystopian book together a few years back. But I'm not surprised this is the case. Like, I feel like book talk has really blown up, and she probably wanted to look like one of those quirky, cool girls that like reads books and is not on her phone. Like, she always is trying to be like not like other girls. And I feel like, yeah, she probably has someone pick out like, what are books that are gonna make me look like I'm in tune with the community, but also make me look smart, but also make me look deep. And then she just poses. And also that is like the worst position to read in. Your hands are gonna die after like 2 pages. So that was a bit funny gossip about everything else. And now on to outro Angelika. Bye guys. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. After everything is said and done, after everything, if you can look kind of unbiased, like don't take my opinion into concern, question, don't take other people's opinions into concern and question. What do you think? Who do you like? Selena, Hailey, do you not care? Do you not mind? Are you just like kind of whatever? Like, you know, do you hate me now? I don't know. I'm so insecure about expressing any kind of controversial opinion because it's so easy to get cancelled on the internet. So I'm just kind of like, I don't want my legacy to be I got cancelled for not really liking Selena Gomez. I'm not like even passionate enough about this opinion to be like, yeah, this is what I stand by. Like, I just think there are like maybe other things we can have an issue with. I feel like this is such a silly thing for me to even be worried about. I'm a grown woman. I'm allowed to not like a celebrity without being cancelled, please. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the bell, like, comment for engagement. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.